Guys, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ren once again, and this is another off season. Today we'll be interviewing, I would say, one of our legendary soccer players. He's the first one to sign in. He ain't wasting no time. He must be on the way. You're in your car. You come this fast. Who are you? Who said they paying you? I ain't paying you. Oh, you ready? You got
Ready.
lighting, but your fan on though. I can hear your fan.
Man, hot man. It raining, so I can
No,
give
no,
you.
no. You
I
you
can
can
give you
learn why
30
I be
minutes.
sweating.
I can give you it raining, so I can give you 30 minutes of me
Okay.
almost sweating.
But the thing is, you always be asking me, Ren, why you sweat every episode? You could learn today. And I wear an extra
Red,
shirt.
Red, you work for the government. You got
They
AC.
tell me I gotta like wear all this blue and look all mango up. I tired of people telling the brand coordinator how to brand. That's what I tired of, man.
You know, they should have wear a mango shirt today.
You
That's
should have. You are go
straight.
put on the mango shirt. No, no, no. Go put it on. I ain't starting. I want you to sweat. This is a competition. Your game today is let's see who sweat first, and you sweat. Let's see you sweat first. Go put on your shirt, boy. I already start sweating. Hurry up. We can see you look like great. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, so we're gonna wait for Julio to come back in. We're gonna have a fun show. For those just tuning in, you can check out the page. We'll be doing a series during COVID-19 called Off Season. The name is exactly what it is. Globally, sports stadiums, field, pitch, anything you name. Every sport is being shut down due to COVID-19. And the University of the Bahamas, alongside, of course, my department, OUR, we decided a fun way to kind of keep up with our athletes, to help you learn more about our alumni, and of course, for you to learn about our coaches, is to do a series. So off season is that. It's what we've been doing during COVID-19. It's us meeting the players, the athletes, and figuring out what's up. So
Oh,
today, we have the legendary, I must call him a legendary, the legendary Julio Zedekiah Hedekiah Zachariah Jemison.
I know, but all them names. It's been much. It's
They
been
call him
much.
Zeddy for short, but today we'll call him number one Julio. I like number one Julio better than 24 Julio, by the way. Just saying, just throwing numbers out there. You know, I like people up there like Kobe number 8 and then Kobe number 24. I love Julio. No, you did not disconnect. I ain't into that. No, 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 no. Connect.
Boom, boom.
You.
It's fixed. It's
Let's
fixed.
get
It's
straight to it.
fixed.
I ain't into this today. I know who you with BTC or alive, but today we ain't dying. Let's go. So the first thing I want to say is tell me where it started. Is soccer the only thing you could do? But let's go before college. Where did this discipline you have start as an athlete?
It started from. I have to go back to primary school. My
Take a
first,
second. Take
my
a
first
second.
PE teacher.
Julio, you just won the award. The best setup to show that I's the best. Look at the trophies, ladies and gentlemen. Look at
And the
the
medals.
trophies.
And the
Look at the
medals.
trophies and the medals. Did Kim call you and say they want to have you? Anyway, whatever.
No, Kim ain't called me. She ain't called me. That's just
This
the room.
is this is nice. So you have to connect the stories to those trophies, but continue.
Yeah, it started off in primary school, my first PE teacher. And if anyone has ever been to Columbus, they know this guy, Mr. Sweeten, Larry
Okay.
Sweeten.
Larry
Yeah,
Sweeten.
the best PE teacher in the primary level, because I got a lot of there, so I gotta say that. Primary level I've ever had. He led Columbus Primary at the time. We had the longest undefeated streak in volleyball. That's where it started. Volleyball was my first
Julio,
trophy.
like this volleyball player is just you. You was a volleyball player, bro?
Yes, they tried to recruit me for the national team. Believe it or not, the very first high school nationals they had for the Bahamas, I got MVP. That was held in Freeport. The very first one, high school nationals.
I will
That was
confirm this
me.
with Coach CC or Coach Raymond Wilson before I speak further. But continue,
Go right ahead.
sir. Continue. Which year was this? Give me the year. Give me the
I
year.
can't remember the year. I have the video though. I have the video. It was in Freeport.
We have somebody
See ya.
calling you out on what could be a fib. We have
No,
a
that ain't a
Tristan
film.
AD
That ain't a
80.
film. But it was in Freeport, and the CR won the girls, CI won the guys. I think we beat. I can't remember which school we beat. It was a private school. They came over there.
Your story is getting more and more convincing.
It's
Moving right
online.
along.
It's
ladies and
online.
gentlemen, when you send it to me, I'll put it on the Mingles page. But let's move
Boom,
right
I'll send it
along.
to you.
So your passion is volleyball. You've never touched
Started off.
any other sport.
No,
Only volleyball.
when I came over here from Jamaica, started off with. You
No.
want me to
Take
go
it
all the way
back.
back to Jamaica?
Yes, bro. I knew
Ah,
you looked like a Jamaican. I never wanted to say it, but I knew you look. And shout out to Roxy. Roxy's in there. She's a good friend. She's from Jamaica. I always say you want to look full Bahamian. You know, you look like a little Kong salad with pineapple in it. You was a Jamaican.
yes, I'm born Jamaican.
Talk
But
about that. Talk about that.
well, to be honest, first two sports I played was cricket and soccer. I never really got into track until Usain Bolt came out. You know, the whole
Side
track
note,
field
side note,
again.
side note, side note. I need to hear some patois. I still ain't convinced. Just a little bit.
Nah, next time. They ain't ready for all that. You want me to call my mother in here to cuss me out because you can
I
hear
have
about
Marlon
that.
here to verify. Marlon, I need you to confirm. Is Julio your cousin? That's all I need to know. But let's go back to Jamaica. I focus in, ladies and gentlemen. I focus.
Yeah, it started off in Jamaica. And the first love is and always will be soccer.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason being, my grandfather played soccer, my father played soccer, my uncle played soccer, my brothers, my nephews. Believe it or not, my nephew is a goalkeeper for Jamaica on
Okay.
the 21 team. My brother has kept for a lot of professional teams over there.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle is one of the best goalkeepers of his time. So yeah, goalkeeping is a
And
thing in
then
the
and in the
family.
blood, despite you not being the regular 6 foot something goalkeeper, just in your
Yeah,
blood.
it's just in the blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jamaican Julio, cricket extraordinaire,
Yeah, I
good
played
at
cricket for the
soccer.
Bahamas, actually. It's the
How
first
much
national
years?
team I made was for the
Okay.
cricket team. Started when I was in junior high school. First trip was to Bermuda for the national team. Yeah, that was fun.
Was what Dwight name was?
Wheatley.
Weekly, that was your coach? Dwight is my
Um,
brother, boy. Dwight is
the
my brother. Don't say
the white
nothing.
the white son played alongside me in that team, that
Okay.
under 16 team, and he also he helped grow me up a bit. Everyone in the cricket team, I would say, helped grow me up a bit.
Well, shout out to Weekly, Dwight Weekly. We worked at the Cove actually for several years before he went
Okay.
to Canada. So he's my brother, man. We worked together for years. But so I just want to get a snapshot for everybody. So Julio is a Jamaican by birth.
Born
Jamaican by
Jamaica.
birth. He had great experiences in cricket and soccer, but when he came over to the Bahamas, he would. It sounds like you fell in love with volleyball as well.
Volleyball, played some softball,
Hmm. So you're
track,
overall athlete. You didn't mention basketball, but you're an overall athlete.
basketball also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go. You touched your primary school. Now you're going into secondary. What secondary high school did you go to? And tell us about that experience.
D.W. Davis. And in D.W. Davis, I started to dabble. That's when I started into everything.
Hmm.
Basketball, softball, I really started to spread. And that helped me with my
D.W. Davis Pitbulls or D.W. Davis Royals?
pit bulls. That's the only
All
D.W.
right, cause Sawyer
Davis,
Boys
man.
made
It's
that joke.
pit
You know, he
bulls.
say D.W. Davis Royals.
So it's the pit bulls.
All right, cool.
But yeah, that's when I really started to get organized, get myself organized. I really started to focus more because I was splitting myself up in so many different sports.
Mm-hmm.
At a time, I had practice in the morning and 3 separate practices in the afternoon. Get back
Mm-hmm.
up and do it next practice the next morning, while keeping my GPA above a 2.8 around that time. Yeah, so doing all of that in junior high school really helped me, get my schedules together and things.
So
Kind of
that's junior
began
high
my
school. Touch
student athlete phase.
secondary. Touch secondary. So what secondary high school did you go to and
I
tell
went
us about your sporting career there?
C.I. Gibson, Rattlers. At
Okay.
that point, I started to settle down around 2-3 sports. I gave up
Mm-hmm.
basketball at that time.
That's good. That's good for everybody actually. So keep going. Keep going.
I was doing volleyball. Actually, when I went there, I was the only person to ever come to that school from grade 10 straight through 12. I was the captain. So for volleyball, I was doing volleyball straight through, soccer. And
What
then
were
I
you?
started.
What were you? What did you do in volleyball?
Um, I used to doing everything.
You could have spiked.
Oh yeah,
You was a
guess
power
what?
hitter.
Power header, block, yeah, everything.
Okay.
And then we had a great coach back then. I can't remember her name, but she helped.
Wow.
She coaches the national team too.
Okay.
Yeah, she led us to victory at the high school nationals I told you about earlier. But that's for another talk. That's
We'll
for
move
another
past.
time.
We just blow past. We
Okay,
can blow
fine,
past that.
fine,
All
fine. We
right.
can leave that
Cool.
alone.
So college. Let's hit college now.
Believe it or not,
What was your mindset?
after high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Then I met up with one of my old teachers at D.W. Davis, actually. And he let me know about COB at the time. He was COB at the time. They were giving out some scholarships for track.
Just giving them out. Just hang on.
They
You
were
take the
looking.
scholarship.
They were looking for track athletes, and at
That's
the time,
better.
I just came back from winning the high school nationals, 400 meters.
Time out. Wait a minute. We went to Jamaica primary
Yep.
school, junior high school. You have never mentioned that you were doing track, Julio.
I started track in senior high school. Senior high school, I really started honing down on track, more so in the 12th grade.
Okay.
I really didn't take it seriously earlier because when you go to sports day, I'm the athletic one. So they throw you in every event.
Mm-hmm.
Then GSSA, they threw me in. I was doing long jump, triple jump, high jump, 1500, 200, 400, 100, and the relays.
So why you ain't never just come to Ken and say, Ken, come here, sit in my office. I mean, let me tell you something about the great Julio.
Man, I could do that another time. He ain't ready for that speech yet, man.
You know what? First it was that no, not you. I ain't getting your run.
Ken ain't ready for that speech.
Let's get back to high school, going into college. So talk about what's going on in your mind. You said it didn't sound like you were too keen to go to college, was it?
But I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, to be honest, because I had a lot of offers from a lot of colleges, believe it or not. I was looking into FMU, some other colleges abroad, but then the scholarship from COB at the time, I just weighed my option, and I felt more comfortable staying home and schooling, at least to begin with, then see what happens later on. And I fell in love with the school and just staying. But track, believe it or not, was how I got into COB.
Track and field.
It was track and field.
Wow. So you used track and field. Did you run? Did you run for a year at least?
Yeah, I ran for the first year. Won a meet in Embry-Riddle. Won the 200 meter in Embry-Riddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when did you take on your role in soccer, and also talk about, because at the alumni games, a lot of the alumni we had playing on the soccer team, like Simba does, there was like, look, a little Julio on the side. There's calling you little Julio. So
yeah,
talk about that.
Yeah, with the soccer scene now, ever since I came over here from Jamaica, I was in the club scene for a while. So I started spent most of my time with United FC. That's where me, Michael, Tristan.
You shall call him the great Michael, because he's the first ever Bahamian goalkeeper to score in beach soccer. You will call him the great. You will call him the great.
The great Michael. Mike Dini, the great Michael. Spider Monkey, we call him. But yeah. A lot of us come from United. They kind of call UB a senior United team, because a lot of the guys come from United, come here and then go back afterwards or go abroad. But the soccer scene, I've been in the soccer scene for a long time. Actually, when I was in United, I was the only person doing this. I was keeping in the under 19 team, the under 15 team, the under 21, and the men's team, all in the same year. So you can picture a little 13-year-old playing with the men's team. So that really kind of forced me to mature into the position. That I could blame that for me being as in tune to the position as I am right now.
So were you more of a freshman on the team when you came to CLB, or did you literally just slip into a leadership role?
I literally slipped into a leadership role. Yeah.
Talk about that. Talk about it. Was it easy? I mean, Simba was the keeper back then, so.
No, Sarge was the keeper when I came.
Sarge, bright Sarge?
Sarge, Judas.
Judas
was the keeper. I wasn't direct. I wasn't it was like after semester when I started getting pushed into that senior role. Because Christoph Vasilian, he's a pretty good. You know Christoph Woods. He's a pretty good, good leader. So he was the leader of the team for a while. After he left, then I started to take on that leadership role.
Not to cut you, but I know we're on time. I really want to know this key question. Question number one.
Oh, jeez.
What happened between Caribs and I would call it, like the Chicago Bulls at that era? Y'all wasn't really super duper winning. I heard about going off and getting your hip cut. The alumni group, they always talk about
it wasn't that bad, It wasn't that bad. Here's what happened. The first game we played that year, we got, now that's just abroad now, we got our hip handed to us. Couple of minor errors. The second game was a bit of a close game. We lost 3-1, and we had them up to a point. Now, when we came back from that trip, we were killing the domestic league. Our first two games, we pretty much took the league by storm, because the first game we played was Breezes when they just came in. And we gave them a 9-0 whipping. Yeah.
Wow.
And then after the second game, I got my first injury, and a couple other players got injured. We were just in injury crisis after that. And after that, we were building back up to the years when Coach Dion took us on. Then we went undefeated in the second division, and then came to win the league, the next division.
Now talk about that. You're coming in as a freshman. It sounds like this one you was inside your sophomore year. You're ready to graduate, but you have this special team. I would call it our golden team that year that went undefeated and win the champion. Talk about the dynamics that probably was different. What did you see that was different between that team and the teams before and after?
Well, I must say, believe it or not, that team that won, I would say was the least technical team we've had, believe it or not. What sets us apart that year was the heart, because a lot of people didn't expect us to win. I myself, a couple times, didn't expect us to win. But once we took that field, everyone just left it there. We didn't know if we was going to win or not, but we know one thing. We was going to leave everything we had on that field. And that's what sent us over the line that year. Up to this day, Mish, you remember Mish? He was playing right back. He's in the States now. I can't remember what you call it, but he talks to me almost regularly about that same year. It's a highlight of a lot of our college careers.
That's good, man. And I wish we could do more to celebrate at the time, because that was a major achievement. You guys made the Mingles family proud. I want to ask, as a captain now, anybody who watches the soccer game knows how you are. I feel, if I could be honest, you're very present. Even though you're goalkeeping, you could hear you shouting to people and moving around. At times, even Coach Dion scream at you like, Julio, get back to the goal. You're here trying to be coach, So talk about your style of leadership. Who inspired you, or where have you learned how to lead the team the way you do?
It's a mixture of Coach Harvey, first of all, and the beach soccer coach I had for the World Cup team. They really, the keeper on the field is supposed to be a leader, especially of that back line. So if there's one voice you should hear on that team, it's the goalkeeper. So we have to keep everything organized as much as possible. Main reason why I'm so loud on the pitch is I know my defenders, I know my players. Sometimes they'll be caught wandering out where they're not supposed to be. So you see me coming like halfway up the pitch, screaming at them to get back in position so we don't get caught on the break. But yeah, I've just been, I try to be like not only a captain on the field, but like a second coach to try and keep Coach Dion a little more relaxed on the bench.
Keep his hat on his head.
Yeah.
Because he can throw a hat. Right? That man should be playing softball. He can throw a hat, boy. He can throw a hat.
Got that right. It's a signature
Come on,
move
Julio.
right there. That's his signature move right there.
But it's a lot of laughter that could be having, and we have a lot of footage, of you guys playing. I want to now talk about some of the downtime, right? It broke my heart because, you were nominated as a male athlete that year. This is before Ken broke records. So it was you, Kimsey, and Ken up for the run-ins. You, of course, are part of a winning soccer team. Ken, of course, on his way to becoming that national record keeper. And I think he did touch the record that year. That's why he got it. And then, of course, Kimsey literally bringing a spark to the
To
basketball
the
program.
basketball team, yep. I
So
watched half of those games.
talk about that. And that was our first student athlete award ceremony, right? So talk about that. Talk about how it felt to be among the top three male athletes of the program.
Well, it was an honor to be honest, because if I didn't even mind not getting it because the people I was with competing with was so well on their game at the time. Kent doing what he did, doing what he is doing today. Kim's
Ian there. He just had a session. We talked about him. Let's move on.
don't
We can
worry
talk
about
about
that. You
Ken.
still gotta get him out his
You can't talk
props.
about Ken, man. Ken don't
He
like
the
that, man.
goat.
Ken.
He the goat. And then the next LeBron James we got, the Bahamian LeBron James, Kim Z. It was good, yeah. Highlight of that was obviously us taking team of the year. And I think
But
to this
y'all was glossy though. Y'all was dead
oh
glossy and
yeah.
glossy. Y'all was like posing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have footage of it too. Like the soccer team, British Colonial Hilton had to run them. They was on the stairs taking all kind of poses. The
What?
coach line up. Then they
In the
taking each individual with the trophy.
in
They
the
they put
elevator.
putting medals in their mouth. I was like, y'all think this the Grammys or something, mate? But it was a good spirit, man. You guys have an excellent spirit.
Yeah.
And y'all even have jokes, man. I love Stewart. You know, Stewart is my player. You know, number one scorer. But people's like, wait, Stewart so lazy.
Still, but you don't get it. We know Stuart will not defend. Everyone on the team know that. If the ball is, I see the ball past Stuart. If he gets stretched out, he could get it, but he didn't stretch out. The only time Stuart works is going forward towards goal.
14 points that year though. That
14
boy
points a
scored.
year.
That boy scored a lot.
Yep. Once you do
So
your job, you're good. We
so
fine with that.
we have your athletic trainers and then shout out to Sasha and the athletic trainers of the University of Bahamas. But Julio, it hurts our heart to know you got injured. And you know, you've been on an injury list for quite some time, affecting and of course if nobody knows, Julio is a part of the national beach soccer team, sorry, and also the field soccer team. So he is somebody who's decorated at a young age. He comes with fire and he is a leader on each team. But Julio got injured. And I feel for me as a fan of the soccer, because I didn't like y'all at first, but after a while, because it's a 2 hour game, man. You know what it is to watch 2 hours of footage and then have to edit it.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
But let's talk about that injury. How does it feel to be on that injury list? And how have you still been able to be effective for your team here at the University of the Bahamas?
All right, so with the injury is, it really sucks because I felt like I was finally reaching the peak of my game. The opportunity was coming, the games were coming, and then I got injured, and that just put me on the sideline for a while. So I've been resting, trying to strengthen, trying to get back as soon as I could. So instead of just lingering, staying away from the game, I started taking up coaching roles. And the summer after I got injured, I led a men's beach soccer team under the name Caribs.
We proud of you. We proud of you, man.
Under
Don't
the
worry
name
about
Caribs.
Right.
To Beach Soccer League Championship. Then after that, a women's beach soccer team led to second place in beach soccer. And I've been coaching some young goalkeepers for my old club, United FC, and also assisting with the coaching of UB squad.
Do you see yourself maybe after graduation? We know we have Coach CC coaching. Do you see yourself probably joining as a coach at the University of the Bahamas?
Definitely, if the opportunity arises, I would most definitely take it up.
For the traveling perks, or just because you
you
love
it?
it?
It's my way of giving back. It's my way of giving back.
Going to Walmart for free. I don't even
know.
But talk about that. And ladies and gentlemen, we know we have a mixed audience that listens every week. For any high schoolers, Julio, can you share maybe I'll say in three parts. The first part is, what advice would you give high schoolers looking to come into the soccer program at the university?
All right, with high schoolers, a lot of people in high school, they basically give up on their dreams of playing ball, doing sports, soccer, and stuff like that because it's not that popular. Don't give up on your dream. Keeping your dream alive is the best thing you can do. And the way to keep that dream alive is to come to UB, join the Mingos. You don't necessarily have to stay with us for your whole program, but it's a good way to start. It helps you get focused and It prepares you for that next level in life, whether you finish that here or abroad. Just keep the dream
So
alive.
let's continue on that, Mark. And the second thing I would ask you is maybe share with them some of the perks that you feel you get as a student athlete at the University of the Bahamas.
Registering early is one perk. The one perk you can't deny. That's a good one, especially early on in the program when you have to get into the general eds. The early registration really helped. The free food, um,
Y'all
free
and your
food,
free food, boy.
free education, free books, and we have a wonderful staff in the athletics. Big ups to Miss Rule, Mrs. Johnson, Miss Cartwright, Sebastian. They're always there. If there's anything you
You
need,
miss a
but it's
couple. You got to call all their names because
man,
they can pick you out. You
uh,
can't leave out Chris, man. Call Chris name. Call
Chris is in
Henfield name.
media, man. Miss Hanfield, you know she up there too, man.
Listen, you don't go disrespect my boy Chris.
Chris,
Chris
he
directly under
watching,
the
he watching,
administration.
he watching
Huh?
this now. Chris watching
I
this now.
know. I think Chris hated the fact that I trying to do this without him. You know, say
All
Randy
right,
is scared.
we
You
good
know,
then. We ain't need to thank him right now. Yeah,
this is Rembert Baltimore, ZNS News. That's just for Chris. Anyway, but okay, that's some of the perks. What about traveling? Tell them about maybe talk about
oh,
your best memory traveling with the University of the Bahamas.
best memory was while I was on the track team. This goes back to what I said earlier. You don't have to finish your program here, but while I was on the track team, I got a couple of offers to go abroad to other schools by them just seeing me competing with the COB track team at the time. But yeah, it's the opportunities you get by traveling, the exposure. Might not even know you might even get a professional contract through travel. It doesn't have to be a scholarship. So there's always that.
Now, best memory. Give us a memory. Share with us. You've been with, I would say, at least 4 different sets of teams.
Oh yeah.
Come on, you got to give us that best experience.
But it has to be the first championship I won as a UB soccer player. That championship year, going undefeated. That was by far my best memory.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our 30 minutes with Julio. I want to open up the floor for any questions. Julio, tell us, because it's far enough to cut back on soon. We only got him for a short amount of time. But
yeah,
Julio, I cheated the AC on, so your boy ain't sweating today. They ain't catch me. Hell. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get some questions. We have Julio for a few more seconds, maybe a few more minutes. If you have any questions for him, do feel free to ask. I'm going to ask one more question, of course, but please leave some questions. Let's pick this beautiful brain. He has a great amount of experience, different sports, and a legacy, I think. He's one of our star players. He's up in the athletics. He got this big poster. They can both say Julio, so he's a legend in our books. But Julio, my final question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Where are you going to be in athletics and inside your career?
5 years from now, believe it or not, I do like grass soccer, but I'm feeling beach soccer a bit more. So I've already got in contact with a few coaches abroad in the States and also in parts of Europe. And I see myself playing beach soccer competitively, at least maybe not all the time, but at least for about 2 to 3 years in the future, just to get a feel for it.
Excellent. We have our first question from one of our alumnus, Marlon, who asked, "What is the difference between your 2 coaches, Stevie and Delon?" No, that's your coaches. No, they players.
No, Coach Stevie and Coach.
He spelled Dion wrong, boy. What's wrong with that boy?
Don't worry, Marlon. Some psych
you got an E. Where you get the E from, bro? Come on. Anyway, but what is the difference between, I guess, the coaching styles of the 2 coaches?
Oh, simple. With Coach Stevie, his line of coaching is more defensive. Like, he focused on the defense first, then move forward. Like, I mean, Coach Dion does it to an extent, but Coach Stevie really focuses on us defending and our fitness to an extent. You have to be fit with Coach Stevie. You have to. I mean, Coach Dion you have to with Coach Dion too, but with Coach Stevie, you have to be fit. Or else the team could be fit.
We got a second question. What advice would you give an athlete that suffered a season-ending injury?
Listen to your therapist. The best advice I can say. If you don't have a
Is this
therapist,
coming from experience? Like when they told you not to play with
find
the
one.
national team at the stadium, they said, Julio, don't play, you shouldn't play. And then you was like, are you going to play? And then, like, first quarter, you couldn't play no more. Is this
Next,
coming from
next,
experience?
next question.
Nah, but go on. What do you mean by listen to the therapist? What are
So,
you talking about?
I mean that's their specialty. If your therapist say, take that extra week off, even though you feel good, your mind might be there, but your body ain't. Listen to the therapist. Just take that extra week off, or that extra 2 weeks off.
Let's go deeper. You're a leader. I know you're ready for this.
Yeah. So,
You legit were told, don't do it, leave it alone, and you did it. If you could go back, would you have still played that game?
oh no, not at all, not at all. Because now I'm out for even longer rather than taking that extra 2 to 3 weeks off. I was like, if I had listened, 2 to 3 weeks compared to almost a year.
And you're standing by for surgery now, right, or something?
Yeah, standing by for surgery. Still trying to keep fit, strengthen as much as possible. But
You don't want to get fat like me, but once you get this size, you don't go
yeah,
back.
boy. You and
Next
Marlon.
question.
Have you seen
You know what? You could talk about Marlon like that, but what you ain't could do is talk about me. I almost end this whole show. Everything just shut down. What somebody's asking, when are you looking to return?
That's up to my therapist.
Good answer. Good answer. Sasha, give a hand clap. Y'all give a hand clap for Sasha. I feel like she's looking straight at the screen just now.
Straight into my soul.
Like I wish this boy say next season. I wish it. I'll cancel every flight. This is a question for me, and I'm gonna stay and we'll stand by for any questions from the audience, but what kind of encouraging words could you give to the soccer team in that, because of COVID-19, they may not travel as much as previous years, or even get on the pitch this year? What advice could you give them?
Use the time to work on the things you need to work on. You needed to work on during the season. COVID-19 is a bad thing, but it also gave us some time to think, some time to revamp, restructure the team, give us some time to look at ourselves as athletes, find out what I need to work on. Some players need to work on making it to that last 15 minutes. Some need to get that last pass, that finish, the saves, the headers. It's the time to work on that now. So the next season, just go straight to working as a team and getting that team vibe back together.
Excellent. I have a quick game to play with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you can still drop questions. We're not done yet. But your quick game is about shoutout. If you didn't know, there are a few players who go to every sporting event and support. I would say Olivia for sure,
Yeah.
Kimsey, and Julio. You're one of them. Julio, you go to every sport. So I'm going to call out a team, and you're, just like I did with Sophie, you got to name either your two favorite players or just the two players that come off the top of your bat. You ready? Ready? You thinking?
Hold on. Does these have to be two current players?
No.
Okay.
Out of all the rushes, you're an old man. You then is alumni too. So use your experience and list your two favorite players that come to your mind. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Men's soccer.
Richard Marlon.
Good. University of the Bahamas men basketball.
Kimsey, Justin Smith.
Okay. That's a cheat because Justin Smith plays soccer too. That's a real cheat. UB judo.
Oh,
you could do male and female for that one. One male, one female.
Boodle. Mm-hmm. There's Mondo Boodle. I can't remember what the female name. Dark, slim. She won a.
Tyron.
Tyron. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. She was one of my go-tos. I was so mad when she left the program.
Yeah.
But Team Raven. Team Raven.
Up to this day, I'm still trying to get her back.
Yeah. All right. UB Golf.
Oh, I don't know the golf team like that, man. You can throw me under the boat like that.
I give you a thumbs down for that. You gotta do better. You're supposed to be an overall fan.
I just call everyone golf on that team. I see them on campus. I just say golfer.
Okay, ladies, Mangoes, softball.
Jody. I just stop with Jody.
Wow. You could do the team like that?
I just stop with Jody.
Wow.
You just stop with Jody.
Lady Mangoes volleyball.
The whole team.
Boy. So, Mr. Lover Man.
It ain't that red. It ain't that.
All right, cool. All right, watch this. Sexiest team. UB softball or UB volleyball?
Volleyball.
See, that's what I say when I say. All right, UB track and field, including cross country, 2 people.
Say it again.
UB track field and cross country, 2 people.
Ken, of course. I can't call Ken. That's cheating.
I ain't cheating
That's
if
cheating.
Ken is
Can't
your
call
son.
Ken, man.
Ken is your son. If you don't call your son name, Ken he call you out. Ken is from Turks and the Caicos.
All right,
Your
I go
son.
with Ken and Leonardo Ruma.
Who? Oh, really? No. Was
Really?
he?
Yeah. He was
there
he was field.
1 year?
No, he was field. He actually came for basketball. He joined the program on the basketball and went to jump in, then went to field events. I know this. Trust me, Red. I know this. I was here longer than you.
I can take your word for it. All right. UB administration, 2 people. Go.
Kim, Roll, Sasha, Johnson.
I'm gonna test your stomach. UB cafeteria. Go.
Ooh.
Say it's cooked for you. That's how y'all is
I know,
cooked. Y'all
I
don't
know,
appreciate people.
I'm trying to see who I can call. Kevin. Can't go wrong there. There's 2 Kevins
right.
in the calf, so.
UB Caribs men's soccer team. Go.
Christoph Woods, Sir Judas.
Boy, this man is ready. UB Athletic Trainer. Go.
Sasha Johnson, and we have a next. I
Stop it,
I don't
buddy.
want to say
Stop
what's
it.
Right,
Stop it. Oh my goodness, dog. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to interview Julio. Y'all tuning in at one of the funnest times. We can play a little games. But we're still taking questions. Kind of give it a minute. If no questions, then I'll be all for the day. We see you, Yurik. Yurik is signed in. Thank you for Sasha being active.
Red, I swear.
You sweating?
Mm-hmm.
That's because we was talking about UB volleyball players. Go. That's how you always go. But you were around in the era that they had female basketball, eh?
I came towards the end of the female basketball program.
Yeah. Oh, what about female soccer? You were there for the female soccer.
Soccer ended before basketball. It wasn't because we didn't have a soccer team. It's just that the females league over here isn't all that big. We only have like 3 female soccer team over here in the women's age group. That's the main reason why the soccer team for.
But I heard there was a trip where both teams went away before, eh? Where both competed.
Yeah, I wasn't there around that. Ask Denzel about that. I think Denzel been here long.
Denzel being here that long? Boy, I used to treat Denzel like he's a young man. That man might be in set with me.
Probably he older than me. I ain't gonna call my age. But
boy, Denzel, you might be up for the next interview. Denzel, you're an old man. Denzel Jamaican though?
He's from Freeport.
Freeport? He's a Freeportian.
Freeportian, yeah. Him and Marlon.
Freeportian. Marlon ain't from Freeport. Marlon from Jamaica.
He's from Jamaica, but he came from Freeport.
He sound more Jamaican than you. You are not going to talk about Marlon like the way you're doing. You're going to stop it.
All right. Yes, sir. I apologize. Sorry, Marlon.
You're mad. You're mad, I say. Anyway, but ladies and gentlemen, that's our interview. You're talking to Julio Jemison, one of our top athletes. Even though he is on the injury list, Julio is a dynamic player. He's a dynamic coach. He's a commentator. Shout out to you, because you've commentated a lot of games for the UB Mangoes.
Basketball and soccer.
And I want you back, bro. So if we do any live streaming, let's put you on the payroll this year. Julio has a dynamic voice. He's made basketball sound more exciting. Oh, UJ's coming off the bench, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, boy, Julio got to start. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is our show. This is another off season. You want to tune in this Saturday? We have Coach Barker's role, who will be sharing a lot about what he has done for the country in sports, as well as how he's led our men's basketball team to consecutively every year make the playoffs. So this Saturday, 12 o'clock with Coach Barker's role. And then you want to tune in at 6 p.m. where we'll have the head coach of UB Soccer, Mr. Dion Goddard. He'll be on the Fatherhood Talk series, which will be on Zoom. You want to check out the flyer on our page. But ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. If you want to catch the store, you want to catch it, curfew start at 9. And let's give praise to God that this weekend we can come out the house.
We can come outside.
We can come out the house, people.
Hey.
We can go look at the beach.
Again.
But I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if anybody else like me. I illegally ran to the beach, dip my toe in, and jump back in my car. Second I jump back in, whoop whoop. I said, doggone it, eh? I did it though. I did it out of love. I just wanted to see if the water was hot or cold. But ladies and
Mr. Water
gentlemen,
right now, boy.
yeah, but I can't wait. But you know, I'm a member of a couple of clubhouses, so our pool's open back up next week. So let's chill in the pool for a bit. But
Let's go,
ladies and
man.
gentlemen, have a great evening. Julio, thank you for tuning in. You're a hardworking alumni and student athlete.
Go Mangoes!
You got to save it more life than that. You be.
Mangoes!
You put a little bass in your voice. Boy, I see you, boy.
Mangoes!
Link up, boy. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.